Thank you, Brooke, and thanks everyone for coming. I'm excited to talk today. So I was talking to Brooke about what I would present today, and I've been starting to kind of get into the Deno world a little bit and and to learn a little bit about it. So I'm going to try to show you in 5 minutes a couple of good things about Deno and how you can run your first script with Deno. So for those of you who don't know, Deno is a modern and secure runtime for JavaScript and TypeScript. The V1 was released earlier this year, but you may have heard a little bit about it over the last maybe 18 months or 2 years or so that it's been announced. So that's what it is a modern and secure runtime. Its goal is to be web compatible and to use modern features. So anything that you run in a Deno script, the goal is that it would also run in a browser or something like that. It runs on V8. So again, that goes along with being able to use modern features and being web compatible, and it's built in Rust. Some of the benefits of Deno are that it is built with security turned on by default, and that's like kind of one of the central core concepts is that it's secure. When you compile your code to be able to pass it around to other people or share it with people, it can compile down to a single file. It supports TypeScript right out of the box. So all you need to do is have your file be a .ts extension and it will just run. You don't have to do any extra setup steps or anything like that. And it comes with a whole bunch of utilities that are provided directly by Deno, and there's also a lot of third-party modules that you can use as well. So to get started, you just need to install it. This is on their homepage. If you go to deno.land, LAND, then you can find the install section and you can install it. They have made it pretty simple. There's lots of different ways that you can install it. For example, I used Homebrew on my Mac and installed it with just one command. So there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can install it. So that's the first step. And then after you do that, you're ready to run your first script. So here is just a simple script that I made that we will make an API call to the GitHub API. And we're going to get the information for the Deno land user that we can see right here. That's the response that we're gonna make. You can use fetch by default. Again, this is like an API that's in browsers. That's kind of the standard for making API requests in Deno. And then you can just chain .then callbacks onto the fetch call, and that part is not specific to Deno. But on line 4. I'm going to transform the response into JSON, and then on line 5, I'm going to log that to the console. So if I run this script, you use Deno, which comes in the CLI when you install Deno on your computer, run, and then the next part is a flag. The environment and network requests and file access, those can only be done if you give specific permission to Deno to have access to that. So if I ran this script without this flag, then I'll get an error that permission denied network access. I don't have access to the network. So I have to run it again with the --allow-net flag. So if I run that, then you can see the output here. Let me pull this up a little bit so it's a little taller. And so I can print out the information from that call. In addition, you can catch errors with the .catch callback. So if I run this again, then this time I caught the error, and this one, it's an unknown URL. So I mean, that's really all it takes to run a Deno script. You just get to write normal JavaScript or TypeScript like you're used to, and then run it with the Deno run command. The last thing that I want to show you is a pretty cool feature, and that is that Deno supports top-level await. And what that means, a lot of us are used to writing async functions where we can use the await keyword inside a function that's tagged with this async keyword like this. But in Deno, you can just do it you can use await outside of a function. So you could do like this. And I think that this is going to complain to me. I did this earlier today, but you can use it like this, and I'm not going to run it because I think it's going to complain to me. But let's see if it does it. Oh, it didn't. Okay, it's just my IDE is telling me you can't do that, but you really can. So I can do console.log, and then you have to await the data.json call as well. And so now if I run this file, then you can see the data printed out again. So you can use async await functions, or you can just use top level await if you want. That's also supported. But basically anything that you would write in JavaScript, you can write in Deno as well and run it. It's a good replacement if you want to try something different from Node. Then Deno is a good option. And it also can be a good replacement for bash scripts. So if you have to do some sort of automation on your computer that you would normally do with a bash script, then you could use Deno to do that as well. And it's pretty new, and the community is growing. So now's a good time to go check it out and to learn it. And that's all I have. So thank you for letting me share this.